Okay, if you're learning Spanish, you have definitely felt this pain. You want to say something so simple, right? Like, I leave the house, or I left my keys, or even just, hey, leave. And all of a sudden, you're completely stuck. That one little English word, leave, just becomes this giant roadblock. Well, today, we're going to demolish that roadblock for good.
So, what's the deal? Why is this one word so incredibly tricky? Well, let me tell you, if you've been confused by it, you are not alone. The problem isn't you, it's not your Spanish, it's actually English that's being a little lazy here, using one single catch-all word for a concept that Spanish looks at with a lot more precision. And this right here is the heart of the problem. In English, leave is like a Swiss Army knife. It does everything. But Spanish gives you a specialized toolkit. It splits that one big idea into three very distinct verbs. Salir, which is all about exiting, irse, for departing, and dejar, for when you leave something behind. Think of them as three specific tools for three specific jobs.
So let's pop open that toolkit, shall we? We're going to break down each of these three verbs one by one so you know exactly which tool to grab and when. Let's start with the first one.
And that's salir. Now, the core idea here is super simple and physical. It's all about moving from an inside space to an outside one. You're literally crossing a threshold. You're exiting a container, whether that's a house, a room, a car, you name it.
Let's see how this plays out. For a physical exit, you'd say, salgo de la casa a las 8. Simple. But it also works for your social life, like, sales esta noche? Which literally means, are you exiting tonight? As in, are you going out? It even works for transportation, because you can think of it like the train is physically exiting the station. And here's the best way to lock this into your brain forever. The next time you see an exit sign in a Spanish-speaking place, what does it say? It says salida. Salir and salida are basically cousins, so just connect salir with that big green exit sign and you'll never forget it. All right, let's grab our next tool, irse. Now this one is different. It's not about physically crossing a doorway. It's about the general act of departing. The focus here is on you removing yourself from a place, the idea that you are going away. Now, the secret ingredient here are those little reflexive pronouns, me, de, se. They're what turn the verb ir, to go, into irse, to go away. So, me voy de la fiesta isn't just, I go from the party, it's, I'm leaving the party. It's an announcement of your departure. And that famous command, vete, it literally means, go yourself away. So, the whole vibe with irse is the departure itself. For the memory tip, just think of irse as the verb for saying, I'm gone. It's that definitive I'm out of here feeling. Okay, our third and final verb, dejar, requires a total shift in perspective. Dejar is not about you leaving a place. It's about what you leave behind. This can be a physical object, a person, or even an activity you stop doing. It also has a second meaning of to allow or to let. And this verb is a real workhorse. You can use it to say you left your keys behind. Dejé mis llaves. You can use it to allow something, like déjame ayudarte, which means let me help you. And you can even use it for leaving an activity behind, like quitting something. Dejó de fumar. He quit smoking. You see, in every case, something is being left, abandoned, or allowed. For a really sticky memory tip, connect dejar with the word deposit. When you say, dejé mis llaves, you can imagine yourself depositing your keys on the table. You're leaving them there. That's the core idea. All right, deep breath. We've met the whole team. We've got our toolkit. Now for the most important part, the payoff. How do you choose the right one in the middle of a real conversation when the pressure is on? Well, I'm about to give you a simple 3-question cheat sheet that's going to give you the right answer every single time. This is it. This is your new mental checklist. Before you speak, just quickly ask yourself these questions. Number 1, am I physically exiting a place or just going out? If the answer is yes, you need salir. Question 2, is the main point that I'm departing, that I'm going away from here? If yes, that's irse. And finally, question 3, am I leaving an object behind, or a person, or am I allowing something to happen? If that's what you're doing, your verb is dejar. That's it. That's the whole decision tree. Okay, now that you've got the system down, let's level up. We're going to look at a couple of the most common traps that English speakers fall into. If you can avoid these pitfalls, you are going to sound so much more natural. Okay, this is without a doubt the number one mistake. If you say, dejo la oficina, a native speaker hears something like, I am abandoning my office forever, like you're clearing out your desk and never coming back. Remember, you can't dejar a place because you're not an object. You have to say you are exiting it. Salgo de la oficina. Now this next one is a little more subtle, but it's absolutely critical. If you forget that little reflexive pronoun, you completely flip the meaning. Voy a la fiesta means I am going to the party. To say you're leaving it, you absolutely need that little me to signal your departure. Me voy de la fiesta. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've broken down the problem, we've met our 3 verb superheroes, and we've learned how to choose the right one. Let's see it all come together.
Look at how this works in practice. I leave the house at 7. What's the idea? It's a physical exit, so boom, salgo de casa a las 7. How about I'm leaving the party? The main point is your departure, right? So, me voy de la fiesta. And finally, I left my wallet. Well, you left an object behind, so of course it's dejé mi cartera. You see, when you focus on the context in English, it points you straight to the right Spanish verb.
So, if you walk away with just one thing from all this, please let it be this. Your job is not to translate the word leave. Your job is to translate the idea behind it. So next time, just take that half-second pause and ask yourself, am I exiting? Am I departing? Or am I leaving something behind? If you can do that, the right Spanish verb will just pop right into your head. And you know, what we just did here, this whole framework, it's not really just about the verb leave. It's a whole new way of thinking about language. So, my final question to you is this. Now that you know how to break down a concept instead of just blindly translating a word, what's another confusing English verb you're ready to tackle? Thanks for joining me.